Let's talk about narcs and their baby mamas. Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me today. So today's episode is in response to a viewer question about how the narcissist feels towards their baby mamas. So firstly, this is a complex question, so I'm probably going to just break it down into 3 kind of shorter videos. I think that'll be the best way of doing it. Because obviously there is, the baby mamas that are the wives, there are baby mamas that are the exes, and there are also the baby mamas that are side chicks. And the narcissist kind of feels differently about all of them at different times as well. So that's probably the first point that I would make, is that the way a narcissist feels about anyone fluctuates greatly on whether or not they're feeling good towards you, or whether or not the complete opposite, they absolutely are hating you, and who they're trying to triangulate you with and for what reason. So let's just talk about the baby mamas as wives or primary supply. So often the narcissists are quite proud about their girls, their girlfriends or wives being pregnant, or partners. I was just say partners and wives being pregnant. It kind of shows he's the man. He's got her, on lockdown. She's barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. They get a lot of fuel, I suppose, from men, other men, from society, from other women cooing and carrying on about the pregnancy. There's a lot of excitement when people have babies, and so the narcissist, enjoys that fuel and the affirmation of, he's done such a good job getting her knocked up. So there's that, but then there's also this kind of alternating between, feeling excited, then not really wanting things to change. The baby adds a whole new element that the narcissist has no control over. They quite literally have no control, and they don't like having no control. So they're going to, as soon as that child is born, they're going to have to figure out ways of getting control. One of the things that my particular narcissist tried on me was he tried to insist that I didn't breastfeed and that I bottle fed the baby so that he could take over the feeding schedule, which I thought was really, really interesting. I stood my ground, obviously, because, breastfeeding is best if it's possible. And it was, what I found really fascinating was when he didn't have kind of total control, as in it wasn't, up to him to bottle feed the baby. He wasn't really that interested in helping out with the rest of the stuff, the actual pooey nappies or dealing with crying babies. He was there for the good stuff and the fun stuff. And as like most narcissists, they always take the path of least resistance. They don't like to work too hard. They don't like to expend energy. So when the baby, starts to give them attention and laugh and giggle, they get fuel from that. There's no doubt about it. And they will proudly put that baby in its finest clothes and strut around town, with it in a stroller, making sure that everyone sees. And, everyone sees what a good daddy's being. But the thing is, it's the way they feel about the mother during this whole time really depends on the kind of psychological games they're playing. So, anyone who's ever been with a narcissist knows the ups and the downs, and the word salad, and the gaslighting, and the fighting. And so essentially how he feels about her when they're still together is totally dependent on where they're at in the narc cycle. Is he beginning to devalue her? Is he setting her up for the discard? Or do they do multiple cycles of, the making up and breaking up kind of those kind of relationships? Narcissists often do that to make their long-term relationships a lot more exciting and gain a lot more fuel from fighting and from breaking up and making up. So as a general rule, you know, the way they feel about the child and the mother, they kind of don't really, healthy men or or women, you know, obviously we're just talking about male narcissists. Healthy men who are not narcissists don't compete with their own children. They don't see their children as a threat. Whereas for the narcissist, once the child starts to actually grow up and have a personality of their own, they feel threatened. And even just the fact of, you know, mum wanting to spend more time, well, not even wanting, having to spend more time to tend to a child's needs, you know, the narcissist can actually be really grossly offended by that. That creates a narcissistic injury at times. And so they feel jealous of the child and angry with the mother for not putting them and their needs and wants, you know, above the child or the baby. And as I said, they will get fuel from the child throughout, you know, as the child goes through schooling and wins awards or is good looking or intelligent. But if that very same child is not any of those things, doesn't win awards, you know, has problems, the narcissist will always blame the mother for those problems. They will never take accountability. They will always manage to twist whatever set of circumstances there are surrounding the child and their, you know, disorder or their problem. The narcissist will blame the mother for that. That is across the board. They will never ever say it was because I did something wrong or because of the way, you know, I treat, you know, the mother or the domestic violence in the household. They'll never admit that. Never, ever. So if you're interested in hearing more about, like I said, how the narcissist views the mama when they are an ex, I'm going to link the next video here. And then there'll also be one about, like I said, the baby mama as a side chick. All right, lovelies. Thanks for listening. Bye.